Today on the show, The Bachelorette's been canceled. So what now? And also, I guess, why? Also, Jax has an update on Brenda the Bronco. And it didn't end well for Brenda. Well, let me just say this to start. It feels like the first time in a long time that we're going to talk about The Bachelor. And I don't say we as in this show.
But
I'm
the
talking
world?
about the royal we,
Yeah,
as in
yeah.
everybody. Because that show, I mean, it's old, been around 30 years. And that's an impressive run for any show. But like any show, they have been on a bit of a downspout lately because it's been the same format for so long.
Because it's boring.
It's boring.
It's boring.
It used to be the height of reality TV, but other formats have kind of taken it and run and done amazing things.
There have been like when you get a superstar from that system, like a Gabby Windy, like people who are hilarious, and then but it's them doing their own press and taking it to the next level. But The Bachelor and The Bachelorette itself, right? I'm not wrong in saying that
the ratings are down. Ratings are down.
Pretty old.
It is.
Vibes, right?
Yeah. And nothing, by the way, nothing on dating shows will ever beat Flavor of Love with Flavor Flav.
I think what will spice things up is bring Nick Lachey into the mix.
Well,
that'll fix it.
He and Vanessa, I guess as the host maybe, but.
No, don't bring them. God bless them.
So
anyways.
This one's interesting though, because in order for them to sort of bring the show back up, the idea was let's bring in somebody who's already famous who can bring their audience in. And a lot of record companies and a lot of TV shows, especially on traditional networks like ABC, are doing this with artists. So you'll see sometimes on TikTok too, like they'll be like, well, I submitted my music to a record label and the record label loved it, but I only had 1,000 followers, so they didn't sign me.
Yeah.
And it's because the world has changed so much, they don't have the resources to invest the way that they used to in order to promote. And when it comes to television, the thought was, well, listen, TikTok's the biggest thing on earth. Let's go after somebody from that. And that enters Taylor Frankie Paul. Now, this is a woman who is a part of a group called Mom Talk. Mom Talk are Mormon housewives who became enormously famous during and just after the pandemic.
Yeah.
And Mom Talk became a thing, and then all their husbands have a thing, and it's called Dad Talk. And they've got a reality show,
How many seasons is it?
Secret
2 or
Lives
3?
of Mormon Wives. I think it's 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But they, on reality TV shows, when they talk about vulnerability, it's 4 already.
Oh, because
wow.
I mean, they
4 seasons.
They came out pretty quick, like back to back wise, right? Like 1 or 2 was
they're
out,
like twice a year.
Yeah, okay.
Which is crazy.
It's like Survivor.
Yeah, and when in reality TV show terms, they call it like when you give everything when you're very vulnerable, they call that bleeding. So so like that's what they call it internally. That's what cast members will call it, like the Vanderpump Rules guys and all that. They're like, so these guys bleed for it. They give it everything. And the thing with Taylor Frankie Paul, who has now been removed from The Bachelorette and it will not be airing, is that she had priors. She had an assault charge and some other things that were readily available stemming from an incident in 2023 with her second husband, because her first husband she'd broken up with, second guy she'd had a kid with. But it is a video as a part of this that was only available in the courts, now available publicly, that her ex-husband posted.
Okay, so hang on. Because there are so many details, and there's stuff from before and then stuff coming out now, and you get lost in the TikTok. And I've only seen, I think, the first 2 episodes of their show where it was a mess. Anyways, if I am someone, and I somewhat am, that has no idea what's going on and can't afford another TikTok spiral, I have to do something. Give me the too long didn't read what is going on.
Okay,
with this.
so you already understand the Mom Talk thing, right?
I understand the Mom Talk.
It's a bunch of women, whatever, and then
it's a little cult, yes.
And they've got the reality show already. She's put in as the Bachelorette for this year. She has these priors. Then her ex-husband, who they hate each other, and they were together for maybe a couple of years. She had a kid with him.
Yes.
Puts out a video that is already on, record, but one that we have not seen, where she is drunk and she's hitting him, and then she throws chairs at him. And one of the chairs at the end of the video, you can hear her daughter, who gets hit with the chair. And she had previously claimed that the daughter was not there or did not get hit or whatever. And you can hear the kid crying in the video. It's devastating to listen to. And once that came out, Jax, that was sort of curtains on the season. You can't release this, right?
Yeah.
And her ex-husband, first one, got a temporary order from a judge saying, I need to have full custody of the kids because I was not made aware of this. But the other side of it is people are saying, well, wait a second. You're going to cancel this season, but you knew.
Yeah.
ABC, like, you knew.
They absolutely knew. And I feel like, you know what? Of course, behind the curtain, we see wild things happen in reality television. Like, but when you, like, it's a kid in a domestic abuse. Like, this isn't.
She has quit drinking since.
Yes, and absolutely. And you know, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I have all the time in the world for folks making, you know, changes and making amends. Mm-hmm. However, the fact that there was footage, I'm just thinking about the kids, right? Like, imagine 20 years from now when you're like, yeah, like I was in a terrifying situation, and then having actual footage of it online.
Yep.
I just think it's kind of past the, it's reality television. It's, if this is ABC trying to get ratings, do we even want to support this anymore? Like, as a collective, like, that's crazy.
That is why ABC pulled the plug on it. But now here's the problem.
That's gross, man.
So there's a whole bunch of rumors flying. First off, the men that are on the show is partially shot, but not fully shot from what I understand, Steph.
No, it was fully shot.
It is fully shot. So they've got some of it ready to go, but some of it's not edited yet. And the men on the show, there are rumors about them going, well, hey, wait a second. This is supposed to be my shot, and you've misled me. That's number one. Number two, the men on the show, you put me in a position with an abuser in intimate situations, and I was not aware.
Yeah.
I was not made aware. But again, so there's rumors that they're suing, but they're not going to sue. Number three, ABC could sue her.
Yeah.
Because they're losing tens of millions of dollars in advertising revenue, and also what it cost to put the show together, which they've already shot. Stephanie kind of pointed out. And again, so there's that. And
here's the thing: they can't, and she couldn't fight it because as much as we know, obviously ABC knew about this. You can't go after the machine, right? Like if they, if they want to sue her, like they
can sue her, but I don't think they will. She could though sue them because she would say, you knew. But would
she ever win though? Like, that's the thing.
That is the thing. You'd have to find a lawyer who would agree to do it for free because it would be very expensive.
I love a little selling of one's soul. Okay, like, let's be honest here.
Yeah, come on.
But at this point, it's just like, for what? Like, that is, I can't stop.
It's
yuck.
That reaction is exactly the reaction I think everybody has, right, Steph? Like, it's one of those things.
Yeah, it's a sad situation overall.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this season of The Bachelorette was going to be a flop regardless, though, because
you do, eh?
Everybody kind of, like, for the people who watch The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, I think they could already tell how the season was going to end, and she wasn't going to actually end up with whoever she ends up with in The Bachelorette. So it's like, what a waste.
I think that there's a bit of a tide change happening. You know what I mean? Like, I think that people are, unless you, like, these reality stars, unless they're giving us something really good or something of service, there's so many of them that if you're not worth it, you're gone. And like there's so much BS and unhealthy. Like, Taylor doesn't seem worth this, but like, this whole tragic situation is so messy, and there's not enough good in it for me to stay involved.
Of course not.
And when you have other reality because I mean, look at the Kardashians, look at, like, you know, the Real Housewives. Sure, it's a mess, but they're also offering other service.
And occasionally they hit each other too.
Yeah, and
let's be honest, I've seen the Kardashians.
But it's messy, and these are women that have also, like, been in other parts of their life, like very successful businesswomen, or like they're doing their own, or just housewives. They're just, they have something else that I feel like the mom talk girls, I'm just like, you're messy, and I want to get away, not I want to stay close.
You want to hear the solution?
Yeah.
That they're thinking about?
Is that fair to say? I know that was convoluted, but
I love that you said, I want to get away from that, because the thought is there's two other women in the Mom Talk group. By the way, the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 5 has been paused, right? They're not shooting it right now. But it
sounds like a Dr. Seuss book.
It does, doesn't it?
Secret Lives of the Mormon Wives. Yeah.
But the thought is they would do a double Bachelorette with two of the other women who are recently single.
I don't
From
care.
that group, which I think is just.
Why don't we do something crazy and come up with a new concept?
Because, I think, like, that's the thing.
That's the thing, is there's so many creatives in that town, like in Hollywood. Like, I'm sure somebody can come up again. Bring Nick Lachey. Come up with a whole new show idea.
Yes, and I think the problem with that, and I agree with you, the problem with that is it's a risk, because what if it fails?
Well, it's no bigger risk than having like a domestic abuse,
exactly.
like major case
Which
on your hands.
all knew about. Don't tell us you didn't know. If you didn't know, then the people who vet need to be fired.
Yeah, and also if you grew up in any sort of like scary household, like you would never have greenlit that. Like that's but just people like playing with somebody's trauma and future, and like there are kids involved. And no matter if their parents are greenlighting it or not, like there's still kids involved.
Yes.
Oh, it's gross. It's gross.
You know what this is giving? Stephen DeMarco and Lucy from Tell Me Lies.
Now, this is a show I haven't seen.
Don't bring them here. Don't bring them here.
It's giving that.
Okay, like you mean just chosen toxicity between the two of them? Adam, Tell Me Lies. Right after I went through my separation, I launched into the show on Disney Plus, and it was stuff. It's dramatic. It's fluff. It's not something I usually watch. Like it's bizarre, but my God, it was hooked. And the latest season 4. Just wrapped up.
Season 3.
Season 3 just wrapped up. And it is one of the most heavy-duty toxic shows you've ever seen. And I can't stop watching. Man. But here's the thing. It's fictional. And yeah, they are definitely that couple.
I got after my separation, I got Tiger King. It was the pandemic and I got Tiger King.
You know what though? Your heartbreak shut down the entire world.
It sure did.
It shut down.
It was a big explosion of heartbreak.
You said stay away from my heart. People said stay away from each other.
Now, I don't know who signed off on this statement, but I got to read you Taylor Frankie Paul's statement about this.
She was also on TikTok like right after the allegations came out. And
she's not hiding.
No, she's not.
She said, it's sad to see the latest installment of her ex-husband, because he was the one that put out the video. His never-ending
desperate. And that is confirmed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He was the one that took the video.
Right, but it was like, we know that he put this out and he hadn't confirmed it yet when I was looking at it. Yeah, cool.
So it's sad to see the latest installment of his never-ending, desperate, attention-seeking, destructive campaign to harm Taylor. This is her people's statement. Without any regard for the consequences of their child, releasing an old video which conveniently omits context on their son's birthday is a reprehensible attempt to distract from his own behavior. Thankfully, the public has seen this act and knows who he is, and sadly, many will recognize this pattern of manipulation, both his actions on the show and from their own experiences. And it's important to note that for context reasons, there was a lot of people that do like that show who were really rooting for her to come back and be better.
Yeah.
And that this guy is bad. Like, he is not a good person.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Stephen and Lucy.
That's what I'm saying.
He slept with like a lifelong family friend of hers, like almost immediately after their breakup. It's
Stephen and Lucy.
Stephen and Lucy.
It's exactly what happens. Yeah.
Now,
and he's always, the thing is with Stephen is he's always got something in his back pocket to ruin her life. And that's exactly what happened here.
Now, I am going to send you, Jax, a TikTok because I wanted to balance this segment. It's an extremely negative story to start our day with.
Jesus.
But it's entertainment we got to talk about.
Yeah, and it's literally everywhere right now.
So instead of just focusing on the Bachelorette drama, which, I mean, there is a significant amount, and I'm sure by the time this show even comes out, there'll be more, right? But that's the sort of the Cole's notes on it. I want to point your face and your mind and your attention in the direction of a few other shows that you might like to watch instead.
Okay.
Are you ready for this one?
I got your, I just got your message, Adam. Got your little TikTok
I
message.
sent you a TikTok. It's from Netflix.
Okay.
And it's a show called Age of Attraction.
Isn't this just The Bachelorette, but with like Golden Age? That's
No.
what this sounds like.
No.
It is not. So get your phone out. Where's your phone?
I'm watching it on my computer. Oh, no, it's making me solve a puzzle. I'm not in the mood.
Don't solve the puzzle.
I'm not in the mood.
Just open
I
the
hate
phone.
those puzzles.
I know I'd hate them too.
Can I say something? They make me feel stupid.
Why is TikTok anti-web app?
I'm like,
I want to send people that don't have TikTok videos.
no, but I'll also say like, TikTok, don't act like you're high security. You're letting kids on there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Yeah, like, don't act
you can't watch the video, but if you're 14, come on down.
All right.
So this is the first one.
Okay, how old is he? Are these her children? Why aren't you telling me the age?
So here's what you just saw. So that's a woman going to her children, talking to her children about a guy she's just met.
Okay.
But she's on this show, and again, it's called Age of Attraction. And here's what Netflix has to say about it, okay? Singles build connections based purely on chemistry, compatibility, and an undeniable spark that has nothing to do with the year they graduated from high school. In this dating experiment, there is only one question they can't ask. How old are you?
So it's a dating experiment, so people are just going on dates. No.
So they're going on dates and they're falling in love, but they can't. And some of them you don't know how old they are. Like they are ageless, right, Steph?
Yeah, no, some of them you're like, oh yeah, maybe they're like 38 and they're not.
Like
And it can go either way.
like
it can go way older, way younger.
when I asked for different shows, I didn't mean this.
So I know I brought this up because I knew it would make her uncomfortable stuff.
I'm
because you don't love huge age gaps.
No, I don't. I think that they are. See, I'll be completely honest with you, transparently. I don't like age gaps where the man is older. I think there's a humongous power dynamic going in.
What about Cher, who's like pushing 80 and she's dating a 40-year-old?
I don't care about that.
See, to me, at that point, it's like you're 40. You should know.
Yeah, and also like, I think that for women, especially women and like women and women dynamics, I think there's something completely different there. I know some people that there's a large age gap with a woman and her wife or a woman and her girlfriend, but I think that men use the old age gap debate to be like, yeah, I'm 50. It's cool if I date a 20-year-old, and it's not. And that's what I worry about with this show.
Right.
Do you want to hear the backstory on that lady? And
I would love to hear the backstory, Stephanie.
Steph. She's 54, has 3 children in her 20s.
Okay.
She started dating this guy who she thought was in his 30s. He's 27, which is younger than her oldest son.
And she's 50?
She's 54.
And when they reveal it, it's crazy.
When they reveal it, it's nuts. And then that's her telling her children that they just met him. And they're like, well, how old is he? And they think he's like 35, and she doesn't want to tell them the age because he's younger than her oldest son.
No, because I'm trying to think here, because I do know that there is a phenomenon for women, especially like divorce, where they're like, they spend their life with a husband who does the bare minimum, and they're constantly asking for more, And then so when they get the divorce, they're like, I'm a free woman. And they meet these men in their 30s that are like,
excited to date them
and like, a different pep in their step and generation where they're like, I want to take you out for a date. Like there is desire to impress the women there where their ex-husbands were just hanging out. I like that, but 27 that's what do you have in common with a 27-year-old?
That's the thing.
You don't have anything. If my mother if my mother ever told me, like my mom's gonna turn 70 next year. If she came and told me she was dating a man in her 30s, I don't know what I was gonna say. I'd call the police. I don't know on what, but like, do you know what I mean? Imagine your mother came home and she's like, yeah, like
it would be
here's
tough.
Mark. He's 21.
It would be real
but
tough.
Like, because I want to be like, get a girl for feminism, but also like that's creepy.
Yeah, it's
weird. It's weird.
But I think that's the reason you watch a show like that, because
it's so juicy. I'm hooked.
I watch
You're
age
hooked.
gap
So
stuff.
you love it, which I haven't had the chance to see an episode yet. So I'm so glad you've seen it.
So it's fully out now?
The last batch of episodes are coming out this week.
Listen,
I'm fully caught up.
I've been watching that JFK. I've been watching too many other things.
You watched the JFK show?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, it's now not entirely true, but especially the Daryl Hannah stuff.
I'd be pissed if I was Daryl Hannah.
Oh yeah.
And she is pissed. She put out a New York Times piece.
She's mad.
Yeah, okay. I have so many things to watch.
So the age gap thing wasn't for you.
No.
But this one might be. Netflix Canada. A new simmering sun-soaked romance set in Prince Edward Island is coming to Netflix.
Sounds like my grandpa and grandmother.
It's called This Summer Will Be Different. Follows 20-something Lucy as she navigates her first real love with her best friend's brother, the one person she was never supposed to fall for.
Forbidden love on the island.
Based on the best-selling novel by Canadian author Carly Fortune, the show will film in PEI and here in Toronto.
Okay, so you want to know something? It's actually on PEI.
Oh, on PEI.
I always say in PEI, but it's actually because it's on the island. I always frig it up, and then I have like my dad was from PEI.
So that Netflix said in PEI, so you can tell that they don't know that either. But can we just say, what I thought with this show is, how do we get Jax on as an extra at least? Like, I think you need to be on this show.
I'd love to be on the show.
Wouldn't it be great?
I'd love
Charlottetown in the summer. Come on.
I'd love to be an extra on anything. You know what? Charlottetown in the summer.
Gorgeous.
It is beautiful. It's breathtaking. But I will say that it's quite prim and proper. And sometimes I feel a little bit like it's really classy. And
is it?
Prince Edward Island in the summer, there's so much money on PEI.
I know that.
There's so much money on PEI. It's very fancy. Their food scene's incredible. It's unreal. But I just feel like sometimes I'm a bit too trashy for there.
Well, I'm
like a Dartmouth girl there.
I went to a trashy bar in PEI, and there was like a local band playing it. It was the greatest, one of the greatest times I've ever had.
No, they're like, it's like it's just. What's the Hamptons? It's like the Hamptons of Nova Scotia.
Okay,
yeah. It's very
right.
and like 10 months of the year, don't go. It's freezing.
Yeah.
But those 2 months.
Those 2 months, like Cavendish in the summer.
Oh, right. Oh, Cavi. Oh my God, the Confederation Bridge. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Longest bridge. That's not true. I was going to say in the world.
It is a very long bridge.
Yeah. It's the toll price is just, sorry, I don't need
Did
to
they
tell you
jump
about
the toll
gossip.
price? No,
No,
you
they
could.
brought them down.
What?
And I just came back from PEI this summer and I paid, I think, $50, went down to 37.
I'm thrilled.
It's a beautiful bridge.
This is why we need to get out to
It's
PEI.
a beautiful bridge.
We should do, you know what? For this tour that we keep talking about, we should go PEI. We should go to Charlottetown.
My uncle, 2 of my uncles still live there, like my aunts.
Would they come see you? They might be the only one in the audience for us.
I think Uncle Bobby would come. Oh, he's funny. He loves jokes.
Yeah?
Let's go.
Give him
Let's
up
go.
on stage.
Yeah, let's go. I love that. I'm down if you are. Ready to go. Okay, Adam, can I admit something a little bit embarrassing?
Always.
For years, I always assumed that taxes were way more complicated than they actually are.
Well, that's because nobody explains them properly.
Exactly. But when I started using TurboTax Expert Assist, I realized the whole thing actually makes sense.
Because their experts walk you through it.
Right. You can ask questions, they explain things clearly, and then you're actually like, oh, I get this.
Which means you're doing your taxes, but you're not guessing.
Exactly. And when you switch to TurboTax Expert Assist, it's only $60.
Understanding your taxes and getting expert help for only $60, I would call that a win. File now with TurboTax Expert Assist. Experts only available with TurboTax Experts. Offer is for TurboTax Expert Assist only. Must file by April 15th, 2026.
Okay, so you're an F1 boy.
I am an F1 boy. I love Formula 1.
Where were the cars this weekend?
They took a weekend off. They're in Japan this coming weekend. And then because of the conflict, they don't have any races.
Okay, they did
through
end up
April.
canceling. Yeah.
They canceled two. Was it Bahrain and Saudi Arabia?
Yes. And that, I mean, those are two of the, I am an F1 girly. Do
You
know this?
are.
Yeah. The biggest money-making races of the year.
Yes,
So,
yes.
and they're not making them up, right?
They
just
are not.
going,
They're
okay.
going from 24 to 22 races.
Well, the only good thing that comes out of this political conflict, weird way to segue,
Yeah.
is that Lewis has some time off because he's with Kim Kardashian right now in Japan.
Lewis Hamilton.
Did you see this? Lewis Hamilton. Sorry, Lewis. Okay, they've been rumored. You're excited about this romance, right?
I'm interested in it. Like, I don't know.
I'm pumped.
So here's the
too.
thing.
Mhm.
When you see it at first, you're kind of like, I don't know. But now I'm thinking like they might be the only people who get each other.
They absolutely make sense. They absolutely make sense. And
What is it for you? Can you name that? Because I can't. There's something there, but I'm like, what is it that I'm missing, or that I can't?
I think
put my
that there
thumb on?
is a mutual respect and adoration that will probably happen there. And also, I think if you have two really successful people like that, they're either going to compete or support. And I think that they are both so successful and probably so comfortable with that and old enough in that success that they're like, I just want to ride for you, and vice versa, right? Like they're not out to take each other down. They're not in the same lanes, like very different lanes. And I bet they both are exhausted at the end of the day, and they just want to go home with spoon. That's what I think that they do. They want to go home with spoon, and she's the big spoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I think she's the big spoon.
She's not very tall, but neither is he.
Neither is he. Yeah, and I just think that that's a nice. He's away a lot. I think that's a nice world for her, and I like this for her. I also I love Lewis Hamilton. He's so hot. So
They look good together.
they look great together, and I
Mhm.
think that he's good for her. She also did this whole ideal, non-negotiables, ideal partner list. It came out in one of the episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, I think last year, and he matches every single all of her boxes are ticked.
Do you know what those were?
I have the whole list.
Give it to me.
Have I compiled the list? Adam?
You did. You did some research here.
I did do my research. Okay, so motivated,
Mhm.
check. Inspired, check. Hardworking, check. Those are kind of all the same things, Kim. Check. Good teeth, non-negotiable for her.
He's got great teeth.
He's got good teeth. Silly and playful.
He can be.
He can be. But when he's racing, he's serious. Off the track, he's ready. I think he'd be fun at a party after a couple of spritzers, Also, she wants somebody that they're just the same words. Yeah. Principled and ambitious. Principled and ambitious. And good fashion sense, which Lewis is a trendsetter, and he always looks like a young daddy.
Yeah.
And not a father, like a daddy.
He's at all the, what's the big one? The Met Gala?
He's always at all the, he also, he has made, he's one of the most is accoladed the word? You know, I don't know
Well,
sports.
he's one of the most decorated.
Decorated.
I think ESPN named him like the top athlete of the last 100 years or something like that.
He's also a
crazy.
humongous, like he's made massive shifts in like the Black rights movement. Like he's he's been very outspoken about, you know, like Black injustice and Black race. Like he's
also
he's
a
good
huge ally
man.
for the queer community. This is a guy that wore a rainbow helmet in countries that don't.
Yeah.
They don't do that. This is he's very much like tell me
man.
I can't.
He's a good man, and Steph has the same twinkle in her eye that I do. You like this?
I like this.
Yeah.
Do we think they're going to go to the Met Ball together this year?
Oh, I think they should. I mean, he goes anyway.
Yeah,
she
and so
goes
does
anyway.
she.
I mean, I don't see why not.
A hard launch.
Do you think
at the Met?
Okay. Do you want? Because the thing is that the other thing that I think that they'll understand about each other
He's
is
so
weird
cute.
schedules. Do
Yeah,
you think
that's the thing? Yeah.
Do you think that they? Because weird schedules get in the way of a good relationship, as we know.
Yeah, ships in the night.
Are they going to be able to last, or does it matter?
I think she's going to like that they're kind of like weird scheduled because like she can do her thing because she's so busy anyways. But then she has somebody to like not fall back on, but like somebody to be there still when she needs that, you know?
I think that they make sense in that way. Like he's gone a lot, she's gone a lot. I think that they could obviously cater their schedule to like work a little bit better for traveling, so they could spend time away. She's often away and he's always away. So
yeah,
I think it's like an ideal situation.
Go.
Well, I did want to bring up something that may be not appropriate for the show. But
Okay.
You've seen his racing pants, right?
I have not seen Lewis's racing pants.
Well, I mean, you've seen the way he looks in his pants.
I don't think I have. Well, I've seen him in his fire suit. You know, the race suit that they wear that's fire retardant.
It's tight.
It is tight. Why? Or is it like John Hamm and those gray sweatpants tight?
It is John Hamm gray.
I did not know. I have not seen that picture.
No. There's many instances, and I noticed it with my own eyes in the latest season of Drive to Survive, and I did a bit of research.
You know, sometimes as a guy, you're like, it's just not fair, you know? Like, I don't have any of that talent, a good outline in my jeans. Like, it's tough.
Well, let me just put it this way.
Okay, whoa. All right. The Ferrari red really brings it out, doesn't it?
I think that's the thing is like the red, now that he's in a red suit, it's made it different. I remember when we worked at Kiss, he put out a really like thirsty ass selfie in like 2017 or something.
Yeah.
Which he was in gray sweatpants. It was gray sweatpant time season. But the red, I think we all forgot. Now we remember.
Right.
So Kim Kardashian, that she didn't put that on her list. But I think that's on her actual list.
That's got to be a part of it.
I think that is on her list.
Can you imagine how difficult it would be to date somebody if you're world famous who isn't world famous? Like people have a hard time dating somebody that is tens of thousands of dollars out of their income bracket.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if it's tens of millions? Or even if it's not tens of millions, but you're extremely famous, they're privately wealthy, and you have to do things because like Kim has to do things to remain famous because that's how she makes money.
Yeah.
And Lewis has to do that because he needs to bring sponsorships in for his Formula One team. Different things, but still the same, right?
I also think that there's a couple of different kind of levels that you would have to be to date her. Is like you're confident in yourself, because like if you are, because there's a type of person I'm sure that thinks they're that successful and, you know, like wants to be that successful. She could date a jealous guy who is potentially on her level,
sure,
but thinks you know, he's actually like the sneaky guy, right? Also, that I think there's probably a lot of men out there that are very successful but don't think that what she has is real. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like
don't take it seriously.
Don't take it seriously, like, you know, her brand is seriously. So I think that Lewis understands like hard work and different types of work and like different types of creativity. And I think that's why I started with respect. I think there's a mutual respect. He drives a car 500 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, it's a little less than
He
that.
flies around. And you know what? She lives life 500 kilometers an hour sometimes.
And he drives for not just any team, but for Ferrari. Right? Where they always say, if you ask a kid to draw a car, they will draw a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like it's ubiquitous. It's the car.
And he's hot, and he's kind of like, oh my God, I'm really showing my colors here. He's really, because obviously he left Mercedes, and now who's the little sweetie who is the driver at Mercedes now? The
George Russell and Kimi Antonelli?
Yeah, Antonelli.
Yeah, who just won his first race.
He did, and he's doing fantastic. And he had kind of not a rough start, but like he was 17 starting?
Yeah.
And so like obviously that would be terrifying, and maybe he was a little nervous at first. And didn't Lewis, like he was kind of like Big Brother vibe.
Yeah, he grew up idolizing Lewis, and Lewis knows that.
But and like Lewis, like this kid is obviously taking a seat. Lewis left, but like to be on another team and still be like, how are you doing, bud? Like taking care of him. I think it shows tremendous character. What it also shows is that he would be a good stepfather.
Yes.
And his children.
So remember when she was dating Pete Davidson for that hot minute? One thing that like Kanye, who's I don't mean to bring the conversation down.
Yeah,
but,
let's get into Kanye.
Kanye clearly has, and he has admitted he's got severe mental issues, and he says it dates back to a car crash that he had. He went to undiagnosed. That does happen. But one person that Kim can date that Kanye cannot clown on is Lewis Hamilton.
So true.
What are you gonna say to Lewis, Kanye? Like, you got nothing. You got nothing to say. This guy is a rock star.
And you know what? And you know what Lewis would say if Kanye ever went on a rant? Nothing.
Nothing.
Because why would he be bothered?
That's right.
I just got chills. Okay, Lewis, Ferrari red. Okay, let's go.
So the last thing I want to hit, the last thing we got to hit is Jax. We followed the saga of Brenda the Bronco. This is Jax's Bronco. You had it stolen after somebody sideswiped you. You took it to a garage. The garage then was broken into. They took the keys, and you could track your Bronco around the city
so
on the
somebody hit my
Florida.
bumper. I took it to a shop because insurance told me to take it to the shop. Somebody stole it overnight. It was missing, and I was watching it on my Ford app. It was missing. We thought it was gone forever. 2 weeks later, this is all in November. 2 weeks later, it was found. Somebody was running an illegal auto detailing business out of the back. It was a whole thing. And then 3 months later, I finally got it back in February. And then a week after I got it back, insurance told me, just kidding, we've decided it's a total loss, and we're taking it back.
3 or 4 months saga.
Yeah. So, yep, she's gone. And I actually haven't, because I gave the triumphant update. So a lot of people actually don't know this, because I was so like, Brenda's back, and we left it at that. I haven't told many people that she's gone again, because it's like,
it was dark.
It was. You know what? Who needs that? That's heavy. That's heavy.
It was.
You're over it.
I thought let people have this one. But yeah, I've been on the streetcar for a month.
So you've been doing that, but there's a new man in your life, or new woman in your life, however you want to. So it's still a Ford.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, and like I was looking around. I've done a ton of work with GM. I love them. I was like looking at like little Chev trucks, etc. But Ford had been like through this whole process, like insurance. They were even like, insurance is treating you like they hate you. Like it was like they were like, I was like begging for my life. They're like, Ford was like, we've never seen anything like this. But through this whole thing, like downtown Ford was unreal. I love them. They were sweeties about the whole thing. Like there was a man, his name was John. He kind of stepped in as a father figure. That's a tale for another time. But they were really, really kind to me. And honestly, they didn't really have to be. Like they stored my car. And now I have a Ranger.
Hey, which is a nice pickup truck.
Yeah, I've got a little truck, and I was going to get the Maverick, but I thought
get a little more power.
A little more power.
Mavericks are cool.
Mavericks are amazing, and they're so cute, but it seems like a car with a truck bed.
Right.
And I wanted a bit more power, but I'm not a person that lives in the city that thinks that they need an F-150 for no reason. So I got something in the middle. She's sexy. She's cool. I need to get a cover for the back, though.
You need a tonneau.
A tonneau?
A tonneau cover.
Hey, where do I get these?
You can get them at, there's plenty of different places like auto body shops and that sort of thing. Not the one that you were at, but we can take it.
Do you know that I don't even go up to Leaside anymore?
No,
no, I don't go to Leaside. I don't go to Leaside.
You don't need to. That's a dark place for you.
I loved Leaside. I had a good metro, had a Costco.
Yeah,
but up there, too many bad things have happened. Too many.
Good Longo's up there too.
Isn't there?
It's a great
nice,
Longo's,
good, fresh. Yeah.
Yeah. But first, I'm very happy. You've spent a week with this truck.
Yes.
First off, is there anything better than the new car smell?
Oh my God, no. It's like
you want to preserve that as long as you
can.
It's
fresh. It's beautiful. I am waiting for my all-weather mat, or like my nice mats that are coming in. And so
are you getting the WeatherTech ones that are like
Yes.
laser done? Yes.
getting
So
those
worth
done.
it.
I was a hustler at the dealership. Yeah, Adam, I used my negotiation skills and I said, give that to me. They also gave me a mug.
Hey, they gave you a Ford mug.
Well, it's a
Okay.
Bronco mug.
Oh, it's a Bronco mug?
Oh,
Yeah, I
no.
wanted it. I said, you give me that. And they said,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I was in there wheeling and dealing. They gave me a hat
Uh-huh.
that I may not wear, but
Does it
they
say
ga-
Ford on it?
Yep.
Cool.
And but I can't wear it in my Ford. I'll look like a jerk. But okay, I'm gonna put so many things in the back of my truck. Also, I have to say the Bronco, when I was driving, I had to wear earplugs on long distance drives, eh?
Because they are loud.
They're so
They're
loud. It
loud.
felt like I was like in a space shuttle. And the Ranger,
Quiet.
I can hear well, it's not super quiet, but I can hear myself. So I'm gonna put Wood in there. I'm gonna put Reggie in there. I may put some friends in there when I'm back in Nova Scotia, drive around.
Good for you.
Yeah, the DD bus.
Are we not thrilled? We're thrilled, Steph. Come on.
But I will
Thrilled.
tell you right here on the Adam Wild and Jax podcast, if this gets stolen, I'm out of here. I gotta go. I told Ford, if you see me back here looking for another car, cut me off. Cut me off. Bad credit. Cut me off.
Okay, so here's a question. You have to do a TED Talk. This is from our Dying to Know section, all right? So
Yep.
your listener questions, you can always submit them via Instagram. Love this question. You have a TED Talk with zero prep on it. What do you make it about? So you're at a TED Talk and they're like, Jax, you can speak. And you were like, and then everybody's like, Jax.
Like, what am
And
I
you
an
have to-
expert on?
What would you say? What would you do your TED Talk on?
I was going to say something.
What would you do?
The Youth Criminal Justice Act.
Do you know enough about that to do a TED Talk?
Yeah.
Really?
I was a young offender.
Because you were a young offender. I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah, I stole my parents' car and crashed it. And the 3 cars and a motorcycle. No, maybe David Bowie. I know a lot
David
about
Bowie.
Oh, really?
David Bowie.
Yeah,
And what would
love
you
David
say
Bowie.
about David Bowie? Like, what would be the crux of the argument in a sentence?
The transition from Ziggy Stardust into the David Bowie that we know
Interesting.
as, the Labyrinth star, the Changes Bowie, the Bowie that worked with Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails, I'm
Wow.
Afraid of Americans, which seemed like
Such a
lot of
great song.
foreshadowing. And the Bowie that we lost.
Yeah.
Also, I love David Bowie.
I
one
didn't
of
know
the-
this about you.
Yeah, one of the OG androgynous gender bending honeys that like really changed things for music in general. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I
Or
think if I
Mayo.
was going to do it,
Yeah.
it'd be like way less exciting. It would be like, I would take
Hockey.
the Toronto Maple Leafs as an example, and I'd be like the impact of indecision.
Ooh.
That would be my TED Talk on what happens when you are paralyzed by too many cooks in the kitchen, right? You got to have somebody who makes a decision and makes a call. And the Toronto Maple Leafs are known for having too many people with too many different opinions and nobody being decisive.
Adam,
and it can paralyze you.
don't go on a rant room here. Okay, yeah.
I don't need to give the
Yeah,
TikTok
no,
or the TED Talk. here.
You know what that's called? The Steve Dangle podcast.
That's right,
That's
you're
what
right,
that is.
you're
That's
right.
You've already got a TED Talk. It's the Steve Dangle podcast.
Okay. This is from Toronto Pong. Would you ever consider returning to regular radio?
No.
I don't think I would either.
Sorry, I said that real
No,
quick.
it's all right.
And I love radio and I love the people that work in it.
Love everything it gave us. was
Everything
amazing.
it gave us. But that's the thing is like, I'm so tremendously grateful. And we said this before. I didn't think that I would ever even make it out of Halifax. And Halifax was the top market. Like Halifax was an amazing market. So the fact that I made it to Toronto, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm a lucky duck. So I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm
with
happy.
that. Steph, you good too?
Yeah, I'm not going back.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
I also I got to be home with Reggie.
I enjoy what we're doing now. I think
Yeah.
it's fun, and although it's on a different scale, you get to make the calls, and I think that's really nice. Like one of the things I will admit I was always frustrated by from just about the beginning in radio is the fact that it wouldn't move. I felt like we could be doing more and we couldn't do it. So with this show, I
Yeah.
feel like, with this team, we're able to do all the things we sort of wanted to do in bite-sized chunks so that it, because I think too, the thing is when you do a show every single morning, you can't help but have the content watered down a little bit. So I feel like with this show, like I will pull 10 or 11 topics throughout the week and we can only get to 2 or 3 of them. So it's like the best of the best of the best of the stuff we can bring. And I love that.
It's also, I think that we always wanted to do, the 3 of us, especially you, Steph, you saw it when you came in, like we wanted to do digital. more.
Yeah.
Like we wanted,
I
we
love
were
this.
the radio we love, but we also have to have it on camera presence. People are consuming it differently. And
Yeah.
I think that we can do that like this more. Also, when's the last time you heard an Ed Sheeran song?
It's been a very
Exactly.
long time. Stephanie this morning.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
Actually,
No.
I'll save it for my recommendation.
Okay. You know what? We'll start there,
Yeah.
Steph. What's your recommendation?
Okay. I watched the Ed Sheeran episode of Benny Blanco's podcast episode.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Honestly, I really like the way they're filming their podcast.
I know.
It's really cool. It's kind of like a reality show. They have like the cameras like that Too Hot to Handle and like Love Island uses. So it's like just hidden in the walls and it's them hanging in their house. So very cool setup. But then Ed Sheeran, when he was on it, first off, what a humble guy. Like, it's just, he's so cool.
He looks good.
Yeah. And then him and Benny get up and we're like, let's just make a song.
I saw that one. Yeah.
And they made a song so quick and it was so good. I was just like watching it. I was like, these guys are geniuses. It was insane.
And wasn't Lil Dicky there too?
Yeah. It's Lil Dicky and Benny's podcast.
Oh, I thought it was just Benny's podcast.
No, it's both of them together.
Oh, it's the two
and
of them.
Lil Dicky's wife.
I love Lil Dicky.
Can I just say again? You know, I referenced this with Lewis Hamilton earlier, but as a man watching that, it's so frustrating. Because you're like, what do you mean? You're that talented.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Yeah,
that's so unbelievably unfair.
I need to. Okay, I need to watch this podcast.
Wild.
And Adam, listen. You are the Benny Blanco of Toronto Maple Leafs downers.
Not the Benny Blanco.
If I think, you know what, Ed Sheeran, he can write a song. You can.
Steve Dangle might be.
You can cheer on a team that hasn't won in a long time. Yeah. We all believe in something. We all believe in something. Okay, I need to watch this podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this out. I want to see how they shoot this too. This is cool. Okay.
All right.
Jacqueline, what about you?
Recommendations?
Yeah, what do you got?
Well, I'm waiting for the new episode of Paradise to come out tonight. And then I am also watching the JFK. No, I won't even say that. Never mind. I didn't realize the skiing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lots of skiing.
Oh.
Lots of skiing.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't mean the skiing.
Oh, I thought you meant the skiing.
Oh, no, I thought that he passed away in a skiing accident, but then I realized.
No, that's someone else. That's Sonny Bono.
Yeah. Then I realized that he passed away in potentially the plane that starts off the entire episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's how it comes around. Don't worry. That's not a secret.
Okay,
we all
it's
know.
not a spoiler.
Yeah, no. It was pretty big news at the time.
It's also like the first episode.
I know, but I was like, where are they off to? And then I was like,
where are they off
I was like, oh, no, I didn't.
Are you serious?
I thought that he died in a skiing accident. I actually, to be honest with you, I care so little about American politics. I thought he was still alive. And then I was like, oh my God, no, he's dead. And I was like, the skiing accident. And then I realized.
Like the terrorists getting on the airplane. Where are they off to, I wonder?
I was like, he died in a plane accident. And then I was like, the plane that he's getting on.
Yes. That he piloted.
Oh my God.
That is extremely funny.
You want to see something?
Yeah, give it to us.
I want you to, you're going to like this. You can tell I'm watching that show because I've started wearing a chain like he does.
Because he wears the
I'm
chain.
heavily inspired by men's fashion design.
So apparently all the 90s fashion is coming back for her because she was
she's unreal.
Rarely photographed, but they really made an effort to make her look like her. So that's interesting.
It's so good.
I like seeing young Calvin Klein culture too is like so interesting. Is that all true? No.
Maybe.
Isn't it?
I think some of it is.
Maybe it'll be the next one because it's an anthology. This like the love story is an anthology, so they're gonna focus on a different couple in the next series or season.
Okay, I like this. You know what, Adam? I like this, not Monster.
Okay.
Less anthologies of Monster.
Yeah.
Anthology means new person each time.
Yeah.
And more love.
I like that too. So I'm gonna
tell me what you're watching. I bet it's historic.
It's Winston Churchill documentary. Although there is a really great documentary
Adam,
on the nuclear bomb and like you saw Oppenheimer, right?
No.
You didn't see Oppenheimer?
No.
Oh, have you seen Oppenheimer?
No.
You guys haven't seen Oppenheimer? It's amazing.
That was so bad.
But there's a great documentary that explains its political impact on us for the last 60 years,
I can tell you,
incredible.
Steph, if we're not watching Oppenheimer, we're certainly not watching the documentary.
That's on Netflix. It's really good, and Oppenheimer's great.
Look at it when he holds his laptop and talks about something nerdy like that. Yeah.
But I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, don't be shy.
But the other thing I do want to say is the Blue Jays are playing their first game on Friday, and I am very excited for that. So that's my recommendation this week.
I think it's going to be. You know what? I think I always say this about the Maple Leafs to razz you that it's going to be our year, but I think it will be the Blue Jays.
It might actually be the Blue Jays year. Yeah, I hope so.
I'm. You know what? I was a puck bunny. Now I'm a bat bunny.
A bat bunny.
Like
I like that.
Bat bunny. I was
like
going to say
that.
ball bunny, but
ball
that's
bunny.
not good.
Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah.
That's a little degrading.
See you next week.